Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I want to show you some tips and tricks for the diatonic transposer and the multi-note, how you can utilize these devices to create also non-diatonic chord progressions. Some small little ideas and tips and tricks how I use these devices, and yeah, of course some inspiration. So have some fun and see you later. So we have this nice beat here, and we probably want to add some jazzy chords to it. So I'm using here Wurlitzer, which is a Bitwig preset, and create a note clip here. Maybe start at C. Right, so we need a chord. Using a multi-note here. Maybe start with the major chord. 7 and the bass. It sounds a bit boring. But now comes the trick. We use a second multi-note here. And we use here the first note to let all these notes pass unchanged. And then we activate your second one and pitch everything 5 semitones down. We have this chord here, and then the same chord on top, but only 5 semitones lower. It sounds like this. Right? Sounds a bit more jazzy. Maybe you can bring in the strum here. Or maybe transpose everything up 1 semitone, 1 octave. So nice for creating some easy jazzy chords, just, you know, using the same chord and stack the same chord on top, just 5 semitones lower. So here, this is an EDM example, and I showed this recently on my Instagram. I have like here a pretty simple setup with the multi-note playing here. What's that? That's a minor chord, and also here a suspended note in there. And then using just your automation to change from Mixolydian to Lydian for some of these notes. Super straightforward to get out of the scale notes. And yeah, sounds okay, I think. I'm also getting here, I think, the notes from this chord track here also for the bass, just extracting the bass note here, playing this bass sound. You can generate basically a whole song just from these chord progressions. So yeah, another way of doing this, pretty simple setup, just a multi-note here, 1 chord type, and then changing here the key filter from Mixolydian to Lydian. And that's it. Okay, so we have here a multi-note that plays a major chord. Pretty simple. And then we use here a second note that plays also a major chord. But what if we want to have for every note we play in here, or every key, we want to have a different multi-note device? We can do that by just grouping here this multi-note device into a NodeFX layer, right-clicking that, convert to NodeFX selector. And then maybe adding here also a key filter and a transposer to the layer. And we can close this down and then duplicate this multiple times, as many as you want. Selecting this device, and then we can go here to key switches. And key switches is basically you have a second node that you can use to switch between the layers, right? Instead of just having here one node that plays the note, you use then C minus, I don't know, C sharp minus 2 here to select the second layer. As you can see now, this one is selected. Let's play here C minus 1 or C minus 2. The first one is selected, right? So, but this is a bit tedious here to have basically two nodes apart. So what I'm doing most of the times is using in front of the FX selector here, a transpose. Put this into a NodeFX layer, and this is just here to letting the node pass basically untouched. Duplicating this, and this is the key switch now here. The key switch is exactly 5 octaves lower, so 3 and 2, right? So this one triggers here the layer, and this one triggers the node. So when we play now this, we have this node playing the diatonic transposer in layer 1 and this in layer 2. So now we can step in here and change for each node the multi-node differently. And say we want to have here suspended chord. Or we want to switch here to a different mode, right? It doesn't matter here because there's not a note playing that's offset here to second scale. But you get the deal, right? You can now do this here for every node and create a chord progression this way, and you can step in here and change every chord to your liking. So maybe sometimes this is easier to tweak complex chords than having just here, 20,000 notes in the node editor and moving the stuff around. So just as a small hint, you can use here a NodeFX layer in front, just pitching the initial node down here by 5 octaves, and you can trigger then different layers here by switching this to key switches and adding here layer for each node. Easy peasy. Another interesting way is here to use, for instance, the pitch 12 to modify the mode. So let's create a chain device here. Inside the chain device, we need a multi-node to create the chords and a diatonic transposer. And let's say we want to start in C major, so we let this here at C major and introduce here a pitch 12. And this time we say, every time we press a black key on the keyboard, which is out of the scale of C major, we switch to a different mode, for instance, to Lydian here, right? So we modulate all the black keys, black notes here. 4, 4, 4. Exactly 4 steps higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can also go to Mixolydian if you want to. What sounds best to you? And here we create some kind of major chord, 7th. And now we can basically stay in C major by just using the white keys here. Or go to Lydian by switching here to a black key. So in this example, it's exactly as the same before, but instead of using a diatonic transposer, I just completely removed the transposer here. And I'm using the pitch 12 to modulate the multi-note directly, and only for the black keys. And all of the black keys here are switching this multi-note from a major 7th chord to a minor 7th chord. So I can mix and match now on the piano roll here between a major 7th chord and a minor 7th chord. And yeah, can mix and match basically these two completely free, independently from the scale I'm using. So we are on the scale of C major, and sometimes I bring in a major chord where there should be a minor chord, and sometimes I bring in a minor chord where there should be a major chord. Okay, so let's stack some fifth. We have here a note played by a synth here, the polysynth. And when we take this note and go 7 semitones up, we get the fifth. So 1, 2, fifth, right? And it sounds nice together. You can also go your fifth up again. So we get kind of chords out of this, right? Just by adding notes in 7 semitone steps. So we can utilize this by using a multi-note here, dialing in 7 semitones. And now we have here 2 notes instead of 1. But now we can combine 2 notes and get 4 notes. And now you can create maybe chord progressions with this. For instance, it's nice to just change on each step only 1 note. Right, so you can create some kind of moods with this just by using here the simple setup. And yeah, using 2 notes, you create 4 notes actually. That's it for today, guys. If you have some tips and tricks to share for using the diatonic transposer and the multi-note inside Bitwig Studio, then please let me know in the Discord or under this video in the comments. I'm interested in that. If you like the video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and bye.